Okay, hello everybody. I want to welcome you all to the 2020 10-minute trades Pro Trade Room premiere. We're starting right now. First and foremost, a quick risk disclosure. All the trades that we discuss are for educational purposes only. It is possible to lose money trading futures. Please be careful, trade smart, and understand that we don't make investment recommendations. We are not a tax accountant or anything like that. So please trade carefully and trade smart. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director at 10 Minute Trades. I'm really a musician at heart. I went to college for trombone and piano and songwriting. I'm originally from New York City. In 1971, I moved to Boston. Like so many other people, I went to school there, drove taxis. I learned piano tuning. I wound up staying in Boston for a long time. I bought a used Radio Shack TRS-80, became hooked on computers. It changed my life. And I became hooked on trading when I started using the computer. Eric Spiker is a special guest in this webinar. He's one of our managing partners. That's his new little puppy there. And he's going to come on and speak as well. And also Sebastian Replanski, the CEO of ProTrading Room, is going to come on and talk as well. I wanted to just explain a couple of things as we get started and just let people know a little bit about our company. We are called 10minutetrades.com. We've been in business for many years, since I would say 2013, I believe the company started. I've been here for more than 4 years, and when I got here, there was no trade room at all. We just had daily reports that we call HIRAs, high impact report alerts. We now call them daily market movers. The point is, I felt that in order to have a viable trading company, the most important thing you needed to do is to have a trade room, because that is where everything stems from. All the discussions, the talking about trades, the learning, education, it all takes place in the trade room. We've been using GoToWebinar for many years, but it's time, and we've been talking about it for a very long time. We wanted to step up, make our trade room experience more exciting, more valuable, more communicative amongst members. When you're in the trade room, we just feel it's now time to step up to better software. So we're having this fantastic premiere, and the owner and CEO of ProTrading Room, Sebastian Replanski, is going to come on and walk us through the new software. A lot of our members are here, a lot of new people here from Facebook, from all over the world. Traders have found us because one thing people love is trading events, and that's what we do in our trade room. Trade by appointment on your own schedule. It's a great way to start. So keep in mind, freetraderoom.com. You're going to claim your 2-week access by going there. But before we do that, we're going to get started. Let me introduce Sebastian. I'm just going to make him a presenter, and hopefully he can show his screens. And Bruce, if you never traded futures, don't worry. You can learn all about trading in the trade room, so you don't have to ever panic when you're dealing with us. We're very supportive. So Sebastian, let me know if you're able to show your charts. You should be able to do it right about now.
Okay, let me take a look. Yep.
Great. So I'll hand it over to you for a little bit.
Well, hello everybody. Thank you, Lee. So like Lee mentioned, I am Sebastian Replanski. I'm the owner of ProTrading Room. And let me tell you something, if 10-minute trades is using ProTrading Room, that means they are a legit trading room. We are a boutique place. We don't take that many trading rooms. There's a waiting list, and only the best trading rooms are with us. We only have about 45 of them, and all the large ones that you might have heard of, including 10-minute trades, are using our software. Now, unlike GoToWebinar, this room is all web-based. So it's going to take very few resources from you, either presenting or as a participant. So it's going to take very little resources from your computer. It's not going to affect your trading. and it runs on a browser. So that means, using Chrome, Firefox, Safari on your PC or Mac will work fine, or on your mobile device. So besides the web-based interface, we have something really cool that you guys are gonna love, which is push notification alerts with the mobile app. So when you sign up with 10-minute trades and you come into the room, if you have a mobile device, either an Android phone or an iPhone, you can get the mobile app. And once you pair it with the room, whenever Lee has a trade that he wants to post or some important information, whether you're in the room or not, you're gonna get a push notification on your mobile device. So if you're at work and you're not inside the room and you're not listening, the moment that Lee posts a trade here in the alert section, which I'm gonna show you, say he's buying crude oil. I don't know if you heard that and if you saw that, but you're gonna get a notification on your desktop computer. You're gonna hear the alert, but if you have the mobile app, you're also gonna receive a push notification, and it's instantaneous. So the moment he posted, you get it, like within a split second. So that's the alert section here. So when you come in the room, even if you come in late, you're gonna see a timestamp and the trade. So you know exactly what was done in the room before you got there. Or if you're in the room, of course, you're gonna hear an alert. So even if you're not watching this screen, you're gonna get a pop-up on your computer saying, "Hey, buying crude here."
Hey,
So that's the
Sebastian.
alert. Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Eric. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure my audio was working now. I meant to introduce you, but keep going, guys. It's Eric Spiker here, and I'll ask you after you do the walkthrough. I'll ask you a couple of questions, and I want to make sure people see some of the clear benefits. So just want to make sure my
Sure.
audio was working. Go ahead,
No
Sebastian.
problem.
Sorry.
And you did hear all about the mobile app, right, Eric?
Yes, no, I've heard everything. It's just that my
Awesome.
mic, for some reason, wasn't working. And while I interrupt you, let me just say we're at max capacity. So for those, we had a Facebook live stream. So for those of you on Facebook, right now we have Sebastian, the CEO of ProTrading Room, and we're doing our debut. Lee opened this up. Eric Spiker here. I'll show my face in a second. And this is a walkthrough of ProTrading Room. So keep going, Sebastian, and I'll chime in when you're done. And I want to really
No
make sure
problem.
folks appreciate all these cool features. Thank you.
No problem. So that was the alert section right here, and I think everybody, it's clear what's going to happen when Lee posts trades. They're going to appear here on the alerts. You're going to get notified, and you're going to have a history of this, and you can scroll up and see what was done today, yesterday, a month ago. So that's over here. We also have the main feature here, which is the chat, and this chat is really, really cool. It has avatars, so you can set up your own picture for yourself. You can scroll up on the chat and see what happened. You can search the chat for a ticker. So crude, you can search, you can search for tickers in the chat. You can have multiple tabs. So here's the main chat, and probably it's going to be used for mostly trading, but you have an off-topic chat. So here you can chit chat, hey, I'm from New York, or blah, blah, blah. The weather here is great. And you can do so willingly here, and nobody's going to get mad at you because you're in off-topic. But the main chat, we're going to probably keep only for trading related stuff. The moderators are going to be on the right here. So Eric here is on the right, and myself here, support, is going to be on the right, and then everybody else is going to be on the left. Like I mentioned, you're going to have your own avatar that you can configure. Cool things that you can do is, suppose that Lee is trading and he's not really looking at the chat, and you want to get his attention because you have an important question. You can click on Lee's name, or in this case, Eric, and what that does is it puts a little @ sign here, and that's basically, it's a mention. Just like in Twitter or Facebook, when you mention somebody, he's going to get notified. So if I say, hey, I have a question, what happens is on Eric's machine, he just got a notification, and this message for him will show a different color. So that way, even if he's not looking at the chat, and if you have something important to say, you can mention the moderator. And you can also do the same with regular people. So there we go. You can probably heard that. And I basically mentioned Sebastian, and that basically makes a little pop-up noise in your browser, and then that's how you can get somebody's attention. So there is no private chat. Everything is public. So don't say anything you wouldn't want your grandma to see in here. You can also use emojis. So if the trades are on fire, you can say CL on fire and stuff like that. I'm not sure if Eric and Lee are going to allow you to upload screenshots, but if you have a trade that you want Lee to look at, or if you have a chart that you want to share with the group, you can upload it to the chat. Yes?
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely will do that. We'll definitely will allow to upload screenshots, and that's something that I know Lee all the time when we were on GoToWebinar. He would always beg people, in a nice way, send me your screenshots afterwards. Well, now we could do that real time, which is really cool.
Yeah, so I just did that. I just took a random screenshot of my whatever was on my screen, but it appears like that. It's not too big, but if you click it, it goes into full screen. So if it's a chart, you can see it really, really nice, and then you can also download it. So if something important you want to keep, you can download. Now, when Lee is sharing his screen, it's going to appear right here. Right now, it says nobody is presenting, but the screen is crystal clear. There is no delay. It's all real time. The same with the audio. It's also real time. You can expand the chat. You can expand the screen share. You can, expand the alerts. So everything is configurable. The colors, if you don't like these colors, you can change them. Everything is changeable on the gear icon here. So you can find this color wheel, and you can set dark theme, for example. And that basically makes the room, look more like a trading platform. It's dark, and it's easier on the eyes. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do here, say you have some important information in the chat, you can save it. So if you like the chat log, you can click on this little save icon, and boom, now you have a copy of what was said in the room. The same with the alerts. You can save the alerts to your computer, and you can store it there. When Lee is screen sharing, you can also take a screenshot of his screen. So if he's showing something cool, you can click this little camera icon, and that will save a screenshot of whatever is here as well. So those are very cool features that we have. If you want to have the chat on a separate monitor, you can click this little icon here to detach the chat. What that does is it opens the chat on a new window. You can drag it out, you can resize it, and you can move it to another screen. And now you have a full presentation area here. And to get it back, you come to page layouts, all in one, and it's back. On the side here, you're gonna find some cool stuff. For example, say you're on a mobile device and you don't really wanna see the screen share, you wanna save bandwidth, there is a way to disable the video. And you're gonna hear Lee, you're gonna see the chat, but you're not gonna be wasting bandwidth on your device. And then you can re-enable it here. We talked about the page layouts. You have all of these little sections are configurable. What else I can tell you? There is a volume control here. So you can adjust your volume. You can mute the room. So if you're at work, you can just click on mute and you're not gonna hear anything, but you're gonna see the chat and you're gonna get notified when there are alerts. There is a share room drive here. So if Lee or Eric want to share documents with you, PDFs, screenshots, anything else, they can put in this room drive and they can upload it there and you can find it there. So that kind of covers very fast, the whole interface.
Sure. Hey, Sebastian, thank you very much. Let me chime in here. And that was a really nice walkthrough, and I appreciate it. We have some questions that I want to ask. One of the questions someone asked is, how long is the delay if someone were to be in with us?
Oh, there's no delay. It's like milliseconds.
Yeah. So for those of you that are streaming on Facebook Live, there's a little bit of a delay there. There's absolutely no delay on this. And I think one of the cool things also about this is, number one, the chat, right? So the chat, believe it or not, it may not sound so innovative, but we're hosting right now this webinar on GoToWebinar. And believe it or not, that's something that we struggled with for a while, where we can never get a chat to be public. And that, I think that's going to really help us to have interaction between members and Lee and myself. So that's number one. Chat is huge. But another thing, and it may not be so easy for you to show, Sebastian, but Lee, when he's going to be sharing his screen with your software, ProTrading Room, you could have up to 4 screens, I believe. Is that right? That are showing different
Yes.
traders, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that, guys, because that means that when Lee's trading live, and I'm going to talk about this a little later, but if I'm taking a trade too behind the scenes, I could also come on and you could actually click between my screen or Lee's screen. You could see it at the same time. We could also have members who want to jump and join the fun, share the screen. So to me, that's really cool. And if you have any other questions for Sebastian, please go ahead and enter them right now, and I'll be happy to read them off. But for me, the big thing is the chat, which we went over. Number 2 is this trade room technology was designed for trade rooms like us. And GoToWebinar, one of the concerns every time Lee trades live, he's taking a huge risk because resources are being used, right? And even for those of you who are joining in, there's some resources that are being used on your computer. And the cool thing about ProTrading Room is that very extremely low resources are being used. And that's another main reason why we wanted this platform. The mobile alerts, you already touched on that, Sebastian, but can you go ahead and we're gonna go over this throughout the weekend. We don't wanna overwhelm folks, but once people opted in, which we're gonna go over in a second, where would they go to get the mobile feature on their phone?
Oh yeah, no problem. So when they come into the room, and if they come on a mobile device, they will automatically get this pop-up. See this little icon right here? There's like a little
Sure.
mobile icon, and there's also a mobile app info on the side menu. So these 2 places, they'll click that, and they will get all the information that they need. They have links to the App Store to get the app, right? So if I'm on Android, I'll click on Google Play, or if I'm on iOS, I'll click on the App Store, and I get the app installed on my device. And all I'm going to do is click launch and pair. And that will basically pair the app with 10-minute trades. And that's all there is to it.
I think that's going to be I'm going to make a short video out of this. And by the way, for those of you who are with us, we're at max capacity. So anyone who drops, someone else is going to come right in. So stick with us because we're going to get to how you can complete your step to get your free 2 weeks access into the trade room. So this right here, this video, as you see, once we send you the login information over the weekend, all you're gonna do, again, one more time, Sebastian, if you X out of this, show folks, like once they have the login, which we're gonna send them this weekend, okay? They're gonna click on that little icon right there. Once you log in onto your desktop or even on your smartphone, and then once you go here, install the mobile app. If you have a Android phone or a Samsung phone, you're going to click on the Google Play version. If you have an iPhone, you click on the App Store, and then you have credentials there that you're going to launch and pair, correct?
Correct. And they're just 2 numbers, the room number, and then your personal PIN code will be generated for you.
Okay. And how are we going to use this mobile app? Right now, Lee and I are brainstorming. One of the things that we want to do is, and it's really a nice bonus, right? So it's not just a trade room. Really, the surprise for everyone is an app. We finally have an app on our phone, and I think the most practical way that we could use that is a nice reminder when we're on, right? Because we trade on a schedule. That's the beautiful thing about our program, appointment-based trading. So we're going to go ahead and test that out, where every time we have a trade room, okay, when we're going live, we'll send you a notification. Hey, guys, we're going live in 10 minutes to trade core retail sales. So that's a really nice feature, and we'll explore how else we can use that. So the chat was huge, low resources. Sebastian's not showing you, and I don't want to put him on the spot, to show any other trade rooms out there, but it's really nice and clear. If Sebastian were to, once we go live on Monday and we show you our charts, it's really high depth resolution. So that part where you see right there, it says nobody's presenting right now. You're gonna see Lee's chart very crystal clearly. And as I mentioned, up to 4 different screens, webcams as well. So this is just a quick tour. Lee, are there any questions that maybe I missed?
No, there were a couple people were asking if they did not have a smartphone, is it all still usable just on a laptop? So that
Yes.
you might want to address.
Yes. So it's very, guys, it's just a web page. So if you have a browser that you can navigate to YouTube, you can use the trading room.
Okay. So Lee, I think for now, if you want to just maybe go back to the PowerPoint slide, if you want to take back presenter and show Sebastian's slide real quick. I want to do a continued Q&A with Sebastian. If you want to just show his headshot real quick. And this is a good time for anyone. If you have any questions, go ahead and enter them right now. So Lee's going to pull up. So that's Sebastian, and I know we really just jumped right into it, and it's my fault. My audio wasn't working in the beginning, but I want to just quick do a nice little backstory here. So how did we connect with Sebastian? Well, we've been in touch with Sebastian for about I think over 2 years now, and we learned about ProTrading Room, and it was something that we wanted to do. It just, the timing, and finally, this is the time. So behind the scenes, as you know, the past 3 months, our response to COVID was opening up our trade room on Facebook Live, and we've reached, I think, over 50,000 traders that have jumped into a trade room here or there. And we really wanted to give back to our trade room members, our 10-minute trade community. And in my opinion, our trade room is the ultimate experience, right? If I had to, what's one thing that people love about being a 10-minute trades member, I would have to say it's our trade room. So we've been using GoToWebinar, and Lee's been with us for 4 years, and we've tried other services like Webinato, even Zoom, I think briefly. ProTrading Room, we've been in touch with Sebastian. We've vetted out this trade room technology. Myself and Lee, we've been on calls with Sebastian. But here's the deal, guys. We don't want to just say thumbs up, whether we like it. We want you to be able to test it. So that's why Sebastian has been so nice, and look how he's offering his time to be here with us today. And he's actually in a different time zone right now, even though I know traditionally he lives close to me in South Florida. We're going to be rewarding everyone today with 2 free weeks of a demo of our free trade room, and we want to get you to give us your feedback. Are you guys loving it? So that's why today, no pressure. There's absolutely no selling. In fact, I'm going to show you in a second the link of how you could claim your 2 free weeks of access. But that's what this is all about. We want to give you the backstory, make sure you knew who's behind the scenes. It's Sebastian, and he's going to be there to support us all of the next 2 weeks in case we need any help. And we want to get your feedback. So that's what we're doing today. We're giving you the background, we're giving you the tour, and I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things I've been working on behind the scenes. So any questions for Sebastian before I ask you to go to the free trade room slide, Lee?
Yes, Eric, someone was asking about Mac compatibility as well.
Okay, Sebastian, go for it.
I wonder if he cannot hear us, Eric.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe he dropped or something. Well, it's a web-based platform. So I think that the almost positive answer is yes, and that's the beautiful
sorry
thing.
about that. I was on mute and I was speaking. Yeah, like Eric said, it's actually was developed on a Mac, and I use the Mac every day. So it works on Macs, PCs, tablets, phones, you name it. As long as you have a modern web browser like Chrome, Safari, or Firefox, it will work.
Right. And Sebastian, tell a little bit about yourself, right? I mean, you're a programmer or a coder. I mean, you developed this thing.
Correct. Basically, I used to work for Boeing, Yahoo. I used to manage Yahoo Sports International out of Miami. So this is not my first software company. I've been developing software for 25 years. Either mission critical software like airline type deal software or telecom software for Verizon. So this is not the first software I do, and this has been a process of many years in the making. And I will say like 45 rooms are using this technology every day. And what Eric said is your feedback is heard. So if you're a user and you have a feature that you want or something, an improvement, or something that will make your life easier, we hear you and we implement it. So that's something very important. We're a small shop. You have a feature request, we're going to listen to you.
Okay. Any other questions, Lee, for Sebastian before we let him go? Yeah, go
Sebastian,
for it.
someone was asking about Edge. There's no reason it wouldn't support Edge, right?
No, it works on Edge. Yeah.
Okay,
especially
good.
The latest versions of Edge are actually Chrome, so it will work.
Great. That's what I thought. Thanks.
Which browsers? What would you say are the top 3 browsers that you recommend folks use this platform on?
Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, Opera.
Okay, I think that pretty much hits all of them, but essentially, I don't think any browser should more or less support it, but those are the main ones, as far as I know.
Yep.
Sebastian, people are asking, do you trade yourself personally?
Yes, sir. Options,
Okay.
futures.
Futures?
Yeah.
Great. And I think, Eric, that's all the questions I see that we didn't catch.
Okay, so guys, I want to also let everyone know, if you want to go to the free trade room slide. So when I put this thing together with Lee, I asked Sebastian, like I just mentioned, if you could just give us a demo, right? Because we don't want to, this technology is not cheap, okay? And in fact, it was a lot more expensive, I think 2 years ago for the, it's not a cheap technology. When Sebastian says that there's only 45 trade rooms that are using it, that's because those are the best of the best. This is the professional stuff. And like I said, we wanted to upgrade our trade room experience. So that's why we're upgrading to the best of the best. I had Sebastian agree to 100, and right now there's people that can't get in because we only have 100 spots, but there's people on Facebook. He agreed to 100 spots as we do our demo count. I tell you right now, we had 3 times that number at least of people wanting to get in. And so I sent a personal note to Sebastian, and I'm going to put him on the spot. Sebastian, do you think if we have more than 100 folks that go to freetraderoom.com today to claim their 2 free weeks access, you think you could open up that 100 for our demo? Would you do that for us? He's probably on mute.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm on a Mac, and go to webinar. What happens is it's hiding the controls, and I have to go hunt for them. Yes.
No, it's okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Only
that's
for
good
you.
news. Thank you, Sebastian, so much. I really appreciate it. So that means I don't want anyone to get, I don't want anybody to, I know there was a lot of hype, but honestly, that's all what we agreed to with Sebastian was only 100. So what I want to do now is, in a second, Lee, I'm going to ask you to go to my slide. I want to thank Sebastian, if you want to show him real quick one more time. And I promise you guys, we're going to start to use our web cameras. We're using GoToWebinar. For some reason, I didn't want to take my web camera. But this is Sebastian. You could send any other questions you have for Sebastian. But let's give let's thank Sebastian very much for doing this for us. I think it's going to really elevate our trade room experience. And now I want to tell you how you could go ahead and claim your 2 free weeks. Sebastian, any last words, or you want to just say goodbye to everyone?
No, thank you and goodbye. And yeah, I will.
We'll see you in the room. We'll see you in the room, Sebastian, on Monday. Actually,
Yeah.
we'll talk to you. Me and Sebastian we're gonna make some customizations, but he'll be there for us next week. I'm sure he'll stop in here or there just to make sure everything's running smoothly. So thank you very much, Sebastian. And then Lee, I want to show folks who are here today, and there's over 100 of you that are here today. Stick with us. This is how you're gonna complete the steps. So thank you, Sebastian, so much for being with us.
You're welcome. Cheers.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Thank you. So Lee, I wanted to show my puppy real quick. You want to show? Hey guys, I got a new pup. Go ahead and show. I got a puppy. Her name is Rosie. If you want to, no. I mean, if you want to show the slide real quick.
Where'd you put it? I don't see it.
It's me. It's not on this slide. It's the slide before. Guys, you see how rusty I am? I haven't been.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I haven't done a GoToWebinar in a while, and so Lee makes it look easy. This is my puppy, Rosie. Just want to share that with everyone today. This is me, Eric Spiker. I don't want to delay the free trade room because I know that's, people came in and they want to know how can they get the free 2 free weeks access. So that's me talking. Let's go right to the free trade room link. Okay, Lee? All right, so make it very simple. Okay, everyone that registered for this event, we're gonna hook you up. But here's the deal, guys. In 2020, the emails that you opted in on, sometimes email providers, they're very strict because unfortunately there are a lot of bad folks out there. So the only way that I could guarantee that I could get you that login to this for this weekend is by going to freetraderoom.com, and that's how you're going to claim your 2 free week access. So what I want to do is, Ali, go ahead and share your screen. Go ahead to freetraderoom.com, and while you're here with us, don't push this off. I want everyone who's with me right now, let's all go together, if you can, to freetraderoom.com.
Give me a second.
Oh, actually, no problem. You made me the presenter. You want me
Oh,
to? You
yeah,
want me
go
to
ahead,
share
do
my
it.
screen?
That's fine. Yeah.
Actually,
If you can't,
okay.
I'll do it.
I could do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Here it is. So you're going to go to freetraderoom.com and give me some feedback. Once you type in freetraderoom.com, you'll see this opt-in page. And all you're going to do is you're going to put your full name, your email address, and you're going to click claim 2 free weeks access. And the deadline is Sunday, August 16th. That's this Sunday at midnight Pacific. We want to give everyone a chance. I know it's Friday. In case for those of you who are watching the recording, you have until Sunday to claim it, and then on by Monday or on Sunday, I'll probably send it. You know, one of folks that already took action right now. We'll send you a login of how to access the new trade room, and Monday at 8 o'clock will be our first live trade room of the week. So please, everyone, go to freetraderoom.com. Okay, and opt in. So I want everyone to do that real quick, and I want to make sure if I could just give you back access, Lee. Let's see, change presenter.
Yeah.
Okay, I did it. All right, so now you're the presenter. And if you want to just leave that free trade room slide up, and I want to
put it up.
Yeah, sure. And I have a few other exciting things I wanted to share with folks, but please, we're all live here together right now. And I want to make sure folks are able to do that real quick. And let's see here.
Okay, someone's saying they can't seem to get it to work.
Okay, we'll send. I see.
Tell them to send me an email directly.
Okay, well, you go to freetraderoom.com, and for that person, if it's not taking you to that opt-in page, don't worry, we'll send you the direct link to everyone here today. But let's give it a minute. If everyone could go to freetraderoom.com to sign up. I think Howard signed up, Denny, David, Johnny, Chip. Thank you very much for taking a quick action step. And so I see that it's working. I have the full link, but the full link it's kind of long. The freetraderoom.com should direct to the opt-in. Okay, so no worries if you're having trouble. So thanks everyone for taking the action step right now. And while you're doing that, let me just say this. I want to thank everyone that's on those Facebook Lives for the past 3 months that have given us your support. I can't think of a better way to transition to our new professional trade room than by offering a demo for 2 free weeks. So here's what's going to happen, okay? You know, we have our trade room service, which we charge $297 a month for. Okay, that's the real retail price. If you go to 10minutetrades.com, we charge $297 a month for our trade room. Okay, with COVID, the last couple of months, we've kept our trade room, but we've opened up some rooms on Facebook Live. Okay, and so what's going to happen is next week and the week afterwards, we'll continue doing the Facebook Lives. Okay, but what's going to happen is we'll shorten them, and for those folks that come onto those Facebooks live sessions, we're going to point them to 10-minute. We're going to point them to how to get into our free demo. Hey Lee, are you showing your screen?
I'm showing the free, the login, the link.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, on my side, I don't see it.
Let me make sure. Hold on. Should
I
be.
see it. Okay.
How about now?
Yes, now I see it.
All right, I know
Sorry
him.
about that, guys. Yeah, that's that, in case folks, for that one person, what it might be is it might be your cash. So that's the actual link, that ERS note 3 dash. If you want to just highlight that, and here, let me do that actually. Can you type that in and put it into the chat for everyone? For
Say
all,
it again. I was answering someone's question, Eric. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I'll do it. So for that one a person, and I'm gonna go see if everyone's, let's see here in the chat. So I could do this for everybody, entire audience. This is the actual link. So if you go to chat and you click on that link, that'll take you to freetraderoom.com. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and leave that up. And I was just telling folks that I can't think of a better way to transition with the Facebook Lives instead of telling folks, and if you've been on the sidelines, come in, we want you to have free access to our professional trainer for 2 weeks. So it's a nice transition. And what's going to happen is with those Facebook Lives, they're going to be shorter the next 2 weeks. And it's going to be maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then we're going to just show a link to how to get into our free trade room. And then after the 2 weeks, the free access, what's going to happen is you'll see that those Facebook Lives will still continue, but you're not going to get the full trade room, at least not as we're doing it now. It'll be little snippets of it, okay? And then maybe the first 10, 20 minutes of a trade room. And then if you want to be able to stick around for the entire trade, this is the time to make the investment into our trade room. Okay, guys, so absolutely no selling. Freetraderoom.com to get here. And it's really important that everyone takes a step to enter in their name and email and clicking on that yellow claim 2 free weeks. And with that, any questions for me? Because I know I've been behind the scenes. As I mentioned when Sebastian was talking, I was a member of originally JAVB. I'm one of the founders. And I transitioned into being a managing partner of this company. And ever since I took that step, I haven't been trading as much as I'd like to because my focus isn't so much on trading anymore and making money for myself. It's about business development and making sure that our experience is the best for you. But what I realized is with this new trade room technology, and it's not limited to one screen. So I've been on NinjaTrader 7 for years, guys. So I asked Lee, please show me how to get to NinjaTrader 8. And he's going to be spending time with me. And I'm going to be joining you guys in the trade room as well. At least once a week, I want to commit to coming in and surprising you guys and come back and basically be a co-moderator with Lee. So I'm really excited about that. And one of my claims to fame, if you will, is that when I was a former member back in 2013, I took a $2,000 account and I turned it into over 20,000 in profits. And that's that's something that really motivated me to basically go all in on this. And that's how I became Jay's partner. As you know, Jay, the founder, who behind the scenes, he's out there creating those DMMs and figuring out what other opportunities there are in addition to Lee. And I also want to let you know, behind the scenes, we've grown. Just doing this live event today, there's a lot of folks involved. You have Lee, myself, but behind the scenes, I want to give a shout out to Chantal, who's helping us to stream this event. There's lots of bits and pieces that come into this event. We also have our good friend Dan, who helps us with some of these creative ideas. Paula, who's been helping us with some of our social media content. So we really have expanded our team. And I'll just say this, I mean, if you're someone out there that has some marketing abilities, if you have ideas for us, if you don't be shy to drop us a note or drop me a note. So freetraderoom.com. Lee, what else do we want that I missed? Did I miss anything else?
I don't. This is a little bit more complicated, but one gentleman was asking if you were going to explain anything about our trading and the way that we trade. He's interested more than just trade room promotion. If you don't want to take the time for that today, Eric, I can send him one of our webinars or just talk to him privately.
Well, the short and sweet answer is thank you for being here. What we do is, day trading, right? So the first thing people think about is, of course, day trading. That means you're trading stocks, right? and if you're a novice, or most people out there don't even know what futures trading is. Essentially, the trading that we do, okay, we trade futures markets. We have a software and a strategy that's called appointment-based trading. And what we do is we trade specific news events that come out every single day. So one of my favorite examples is the jobs report, right? That comes out the first Friday of every month. And that obviously has a lot of attention, especially now during this pandemic, where people are very putting their eyes on how big the unemployment rate is, how many jobs were created. And essentially, our founder, Jay, has created this strategy where he figured out that he realized that when these market events come out, what we call these daily market movers, okay, the second that they come out, right, that when that jobs report comes out, and we see that there's, for example, a million jobs that were lost or created, right, that will trigger the markets one way or another, right? And what we do is we research, and that's a lot of the value, which instruments to trade, okay? So I'll let Ali chime in here. What have we been trading on for the jobs report the last couple of months? Is it gold or the bonds?
No, we actually, well, we have a setup for gold, but bonds is our number one
Yeah.
instrument right now. It's been more
Okay.
reliable.
And so we figure out what instruments to trade, right? And we're trading futures, right? And one of the cool things that I think there's a misnomer for futures, actually, to be a professional stock trader, you actually need a heavy account, a big account. And that's one of the counterintuitive things about futures trading. Not that I would recommend starting with a $2,000 account, okay? I certainly would suggest at least 5,000, okay? And there's a lot of disclosures, et cetera. But at least that's an opportunity there with a $5,000 or $10,000 account. With stock trading, if you want to do it right, you need a minimum $25,000. So I think that's one of the cool things. So to complete the answer to that gentleman, is we have a strategy that takes advantage of that movement. So we are not fortune tellers. We don't know if the price is going to go up or down when the jobs report comes out, and we don't need to. What we do is we have a software, right, our JOBB software, that sets up these brackets above and below whatever that price is. And so at 8:30 a.m. when that jobs report comes out, our software will set up 2 pending entries, a couple of ticks above and below, and we're able to capitalize on that movement, whether it goes up or down. And I'm sure it would have been better if I shared the screen with you, but we'll share you a video. So I hope that was helpful. And if you didn't fully grasp it, Lee or I will send you a video, or just go to 10minutetrades.com. I think our explainer video explains that nicely. Any other questions for me while I'm here? This is Eric, just freestyling, and I see there's still a lot of folks with me, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And let me, Lee, while you have this up, I want to see who else has signed up and see how that's going, okay?
Someone was asking about our software, whether the software is included with the trade room demo. If you want to explain a little bit about that.
Sure. Right now with our demo, the only thing that's going to be, let's see here, one second. Yeah, so by the way, that first 100 spots, they're almost taken. And so I'm glad Sebastian was nice enough to open up that access. So I really want to thank, I think the majority of you, a good I would say 3/4 of you already opted into freetrading.com. So let me just give a couple shout outs. Dennis, Don, Peter, Wayne, Kenneth, Bob, Chip. I mean, there's a whole bunch of you. I'd love to do that. Unfortunately, that's our focus right now is giving the demo access to our trade room experience. But I could promise you this, that at the end of our 2 weeks of the trade room access, and after you seeing the software for yourself with Lee going in, I think we're going to put together a nice trade room package that will definitely include the software. So that's what I could commit to today, that by coming in for 2 free weeks, just coming in and exploring our trade room software, excuse me, our trade room, our trade room software, we'll put together a package at the end of this thing. If you decide that you really like the trading room experience, that will also include the software. I hope that's fair enough. What else, Lee? And if you want, Lee, go ahead and put my screenshot up for a second, just in case folks who just came on, I want to make sure they could put a name to my face or just minimize it so they see that it's me, Eric.
I can get it.
You guys think me and Lee are a good team? This is our first time on a webinar together in years.
It has been. It is years, isn't it? It's been a
Yeah.
long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah. You know,
Up.
one of the things, sorry, Lee, one of the things that I think separates us from the rest is, I mean, I can't say it, you have to feel it for yourself, is the genuineness of the people that are involved. You know, Jay, who's a submarine commander in Hawaii, Lee, you know Lee very well, right? He's down to earth, doesn't claim to be the best trader in the world, but he's very personable. He's been in trading for over 15 years. He's a musician at heart. And then you have me, and I'm just like you. I just figured out how to trade because I actually met somebody who introduced me to futures trading, because I don't think that's something that you more or less learn about whatever your work is. Somebody probably introduced you to futures trading, and I just got into this a lot earlier than a lot of folks, because a lot of futures traders are probably around Lee's age, and I started out early in my 20s, believe it or not. So I was very fortunate, but you know, through trading, you know, I think I was able to accelerate and do a lot of things, and I'm very young still in my life because of that opportunity. You know, I think the average age for someone who buys a house is like 30. You know, and I think I did that 3 years underneath that curve. So you know, I'm a family man. I got 2 kids and now a dog. If Lee's able to show you the picture again. So we're all genuine folks here. This is a great group of folks. I mean, when you come into our trade room, okay, Lee's got your back, okay? You have any issues, we're there for you. We actually care about you. So there's no selling today. My only sell is for you to come and take advantage of the 2 free week access. And I really want you to get that experience that Sebastian was talking about, that professional trade room. This is for me, for all of our members out there, this is for you. Okay, seriously, thank you so much for sticking with us. You know, Lee does those trade rooms every day, whether it's 10 people, 5 people, 100 people. He's out there every day, and his number one concern, and my number one concern, it's not about how much money we make in the trade room. This week, we had some losers, no question about it. But every time we trade, I always ask Lee, how did our members do? Our focus isn't about us, it's about you. And I think there's no better claim for that when we have members that are making more money than us in the trade room. I mean, that speaks volumes. So any other questions, Lee, for me? Because I'm rambling here because I love doing this. In fact, I'm gonna do this more, because when I come on to these things, you know, you could feel my enthusiasm. I love this. You know, this is, if it wasn't for JOBB, 10-minute trades, I mean, this is something that when I go to sleep at night, I look forward to waking up in the morning to work on this. And I promise you, every single day, Lee, myself, we're all putting time in to make this a better experience for you. Bottom line is, we want to make sure that everyone here is making money, right? That we're finding the best trades to take. What else you got for me, Lee?
I think you've answered every question, Eric. I don't see any others that we didn't grab. So
Yeah.
it's looking good. Looking
Can
good.
anyone give me some feedback on Lee? You guys like Lee? Should we keep Lee?
Let's let that go right now. It's been a rough week.
No. I'm sure people are throwing in a lot of love to Lee. No, Lee is definitely the it factor for our company. Okay, you can't find a Lee. Lee does trade room support. He helps people install the software, trade room moderator, customer service. I mean, Lee really helps us to manage. So Lee is doing a great job here. I hope you guys like these Friday noon events. This is something that we're gonna try to continue. In fact, I want to put Lee on the spot. Not next Friday, but I know Lee is a musician. Once we figure out this new technology, maybe Lee could do a nice concert for us, because Lee he plays the keyboard, he plays music. Would you be open to that, Lee?
Yeah, actually, I could also, if I can't get my keyboard working, I can play my YouTube videos in the trade room now.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
you know what? You know what we'll do? That's awesome, Lee. Sorry. You know what we're gonna do? Somebody asked about the software. The software, we're not gonna give away free software for 2 weeks, but one of the things that I think we could explore is, for those of you that are still with us today, I think a nice bonus would be is giving out the DMMs. Maybe we could do that, and as a nice little bonus for the 2 weeks, sending it out to everybody as a nice bonus for coming into our webinar today and for opting in. Let me just tell you, in case anyone's curious, let's see, I think we reached already the 100 mark, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, Lee?
Okay. One other person's having a problem, Eric. I'm just going to have anyone that has a problem to send us an email at help
Yeah,
at
I mean,
10minutetrade.com.
all you need to do, again, is go to freetraderoom.com, and then that link, if you want to just, in the chat, if that person goes there, you'll see the link to this event. Sorry, you'll see the link to the opt-in page, and that's where you're going to drop in your name and email. Yeah, so freetraderoom.com, and if you're having trouble, there's a link there. Let me see, let me put it right here again. If you go to your GoToWebinar chat, I'll post it here one more time, guys, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. Oops. That
Yeah,
didn't work.
I put it in for him too.
Okay, don't worry. Bottom line is, if you're here today, we're gonna send you the login information. Okay, so I know we went a little off. It was just wanted to share with you, and want to make sure everyone knew that these are the people that make 10-minute trades happen. Here's the recap. Okay, guys, enter your name and email. We're gonna send you a few reminders this weekend in case you had issues. We'll give you the direct link, okay, or just email us at help@10minutetrades.com if you have trouble getting in, okay? Otherwise, I want you to go here and put your name and email. We're gonna send you the login, okay? There's gonna be a login for the Pro Trade Room for the next 2 weeks. We'll send you that over the weekend. Just give us a little bit of time. By Sunday, I promise. And then we'll do it again on Monday morning for those of you who are signing up right before midnight on Sunday. And then our first trade-in will be on Monday. What trade are we taking, Lee, on Monday?
Empire Manufacturing at 8 in the morning, and then in the afternoon we have the end of the day trade, our end of the day trade.
Yeah, so we're gonna learn this thing together. We're gonna learn how to create there's a avatar that you could create. So I think Monday's gonna be that trade room is gonna be a nice low key. Everyone come in and start chatting with each other. Maybe you could change your icon. We'll show you how to do that, and we're gonna learn this thing together. And then you're gonna be able to stick around. And we're gonna put the schedule. We'll send out the schedule, and you'll see that also included inside of our trade room. So it's going to be awesome. So that's it. Okay, so you'll get a confirmation that when you put your name and email in, and then this weekend we're going to send you. There's going to be a password, I think, to be able to enter the demo. So we'll send out to everyone who opts in. Lee, this has been really fun. I think we're done for today, right? There's no more trade rooms today.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to wind up doing that 3:30 in the afternoon, probably.
Okay, that's for members. That's for members. That's for members only. That's not a Facebook.
That's right. Yeah. There's no more trade rooms today for the public.
Okay. Thanks everyone on Facebook. Okay, this is Eric. Freetraderoom.com. Enter in your full name and email. Guys, I'm really excited. Thank you for sticking with us. You'll get more instructions over the weekend, and you'll get to experience this professional trade room for yourself, and you'll give us the feedback, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, so have a nice weekend. Be safe out there. I know these are challenging times. I got 2 kids myself. For any parents out there or grandparents out there, for those of you that are not able to see your loved ones, etc., due to travel constraints, etc., these are hard times. We're lucky that we have this virtual company, if you will, and it's a great thing to be connecting with you. Lee, what do you want to say?
I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming into the trade room. We know that these are difficult times, and the trade room is a great place to have support, friendship, and camaraderie. And that's like the main reason we want to experiment with newer software, make it a better communication experience. So that's very important. So I just want to thank everybody for just being so loyal over all these years. I think we lost Eric, folks. So I'm going to end this. Dave was asking a quick question about whether or not we traded stocks or not. Dave, we pretty much are strictly futures. We trade events on a schedule. Brian, thanks, buddy. Good, always glad to see you. You know that. I'm glad you're feeling better. So everybody, so many members, previous members here. It's great to see so many of you. Dave, so many Daves. And Dennis, it's great to see you. And Peter, it's always nice to see you. And Robin. So we'll see you in the trade room Monday. We're starting off kind of mellow Monday. They're not big trades. We have our traditional end of the day trade that we're always working on, and we're trading Empire State Manufacturing, which is sometimes an impactful trade, sometimes not. We're getting our feet wet with the software. So keep an eye out for the link. Make sure that you sign up at freetraderoom.com, everybody. And as I said, thanks so much for all the support and the love you give us. And I will take those reversal trades very soon, I promise. All right, folks, have a great weekend, everybody. Members, I'll see you at 3:30 for the end of the day trade. And thanks for coming, folks. And stay safe out there and be careful. Take care, folks.